Hello Taurus, and welcome to your March 2019 general read. I'm Jade with yesYesYes, and thanks so much for stopping by. For those who have been to the channel before, this is the general read where we're going to go over your overall cards that we did for the annual. So I'll bring those back up, and then we'll look at what's going on past, present, and future energies. We're going to use the Klimt Tarot for that. For new users or new subscribers, new viewers, welcome. All of my words are twisty today. So welcome, yeah. So this is one of many readings that I do, and so this is going to be general. I do read for sun, moon signs, and ascendants for this general, so that you know that. And if it's resonating for you, awesome, hit that like button or subscribe so that you can get more videos from me. If you want to learn anything more, you want to work with me in person, well, we can do that because I've got that option as well. But in the box below, I'll have my website link so you can book a reading, because I'd love to work with you. So let's get started. The first card that we have for this year is the Witness. Now this is from the Shamanic Mystic Oracle. Did I say that? I always say it wrong. Sorry, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love the artwork here. What this is telling us, and remember this comes down to the 6 and the 4, we come down to a 1. So this year is really all about you staying on your path, deciding what is right for you, choosing the right way in which you need to move. It's really about like self-reliance and self-worth, really all about the self this year. And with it being the Witness, you might find that you've taken a seat back and that you are observing how everyone else is living their lives. So you're kind of keeping your energy within, and you know, a little restrained. You know, Taurus, you have a tendency to be, you know, composed anyway. So I feel like this is a very complementary energy for you. But the Witness is really the observer, and it's a powerful role to be playing, because we need that in society. We need to be able to have a mirror to bounce off of each other. So the Witness is here for you this year. Now specifically for March, we have, from the Lion Strider Tarot, we have the Justice card, which is Libra energy. So if you're dealing with a Libra, you've got some play, some happenings this month. Now this could also mean that there is something coming back into balance in your life. Or it could also mean that if you are in a lawsuit or anything that is a legal issue, that the good news is, because the Sun card is here clarifying, that actually is going to turn out quite well for you. The Sun is a card of success. It's a card of energy and excitement and curiosity and inspiration. It's the best card in the Lenormand deck. It's also one of the best cards in the Tarot deck, so it's a great card to have. So I feel like on overall, March is going to be a great month for you, Taurus. If you are dealing with a Libra specifically, there's going to be something that's very helpful for this. Now, I'm not seeing it right now necessarily as a love relationship, but it could be if you already have that established, or if you have a partnership with a Libra. It's going to there's going to be extra energy that's helping you and your partnership or your connection with this Libra out. If there has been some tough times where perhaps you were not communicating very well together, that's going to clear up. Anything that might have to do with lawsuits, legality, or finding the balance in life, it's all coming to you here. So Taurus, this is going to be a great month, all right? So I'm going to set this aside, and then we're going to pull the cards from the Klimt Tarot. So let's see. I have pre-shuffled, but I'm going to give a few more here for Taurus. Okay, well, we'll just start there. This is it's the Knight of Swords, okay? So we have some clear communication coming swiftly, okay? And then Queen of Swords, it could be with an air sign. Interesting, because we still have this with the Libra. So this is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it could just be that energy necessarily. So what we're talking about is some clear communication with and actually, I'm sorry, this is going to be the past energy. So there has been some communication with a potential air sign or someone who is decisive in their words, who can speak clearly what's going on, and also with compassion, because the queens have that nurturing element, even though the Queen of Swords is probably the most non-nurturing of the queens, but she does not speak to cut. She does speak bluntly though. So I do feel like there was some blunt communication that happened, and now we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Turn that around for you. And so it might have felt like it was not going anywhere. There wasn't, you weren't able to reach an agreement, okay? And so if this is some type of partnership, you know, again, this is the past. I'm feeling like hopefully that'll be turning around here for you. So it seems like there might have been an issue where there was a need for communication with an air sign, and there was a bluntness from this air sign coming into you saying, this is what my needs, these are my boundaries, you have to, you know, I need you to hear me. And there was a struggle. There was not an even give and take. That balance was off. Okay, let's see what else. And now we have the Five of Wands. There we have more struggle here. Okay, so we couldn't get past the issues. Perhaps this is a long-term relationship where there were some things that were being discussed, where there was resentments or, you know, trauma that had developed because of this past, this deep past, right? This could be a long-term, and it doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. It can be a partnership. But I feel like as people, as we continue in our relationships, we have a tendency to build up things if we don't communicate clearly. And I feel like this potential air sign or whatever this energy is, this person that you were working with in your past, they were speaking what their needs were, and you were trying to balance it. You were really trying to dance around and make them happy, perhaps, without actually satisfying them. Okay, let's see what else. So now we have the Knight of Pentacles. This might be you, Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a slow movement, really trying to make this happen. Now we have the Lovers also in reverse. Now, if this is a relationship, a deep relationship, and it could be, and Three of Swords also in reverse, so that's not bad. If it was a deep relationship, a karmic relationship, someplace, you know, something that you've been bonding together for a number of years, it's just been in turmoil. Okay, you haven't felt yourself, you had not in the past felt yourself. There was a need to get out of this grief and this loss. So I feel like in the deeper past, there was even a loss and a grief over this connection, and now you're really trying to sort it out. You're really trying to work it out. Maybe it was that you were in a relationship and you're really trying to transition to friends because you want to be adult about things. You know, sometimes the breakups, you know, that there was a movie called Break Upwards. So sometimes we're really trying to do things so that we can maintain a working relationship, so that we can maintain a friendly relationship, because, you know, even though relationships, intimate relationships may not work out, we still want each other in each other's lives, right? So I feel like that's really what's going on here in the past, is that that other person who is very clear with their words and their needs, you were trying to support and to, you know, you might even have bent over backwards to give them their way, and I feel like you're just trying to sort it out so that it's more even for you, okay? So now let's look at what's going on in the present. Let me see if there's some, yeah, I feel like we had to mix it up a little bit. So for the present, for Taurus, 2019, for the present, March. Okay, that's the sticky one. Here we go. So we've got the Emperor again in reverse. Okay, did I just flip them for you? No. Okay, so the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse, I did flip him for you. That's so funny that I did that. Okay, the Emperor in reverse is saying that you really are trying to get back to a need of being self-sufficient, feeling your own power, your reign, right? And being in reverse means that, you know, you felt powerless, you felt kind of cut off. If you are the masculine Taurus, you might have felt emasculated, For the feminines, what this has done is it's, you know, it's taken your power in any of the situation away, right? So even if we're talking about, you know, this past air sign was a masculine, stating their needs, and you really bending over backwards to kind of make life happen for them in the way that they wanted, but it just wasn't working. So now in the present, you're just trying to get to a place where you have your power back, right? You're reclaiming it. And you've done that by, you're in hermit mode, going within. There's some being able to take yourself away from the rest of the world, and that's really where power can be built, is sitting in silence sometimes, doing your own thing. If you're creative, what I'm feeling is that you've gone within to really work on your art, to really get back to the connection of what your voice is, what your truth is. You know, not dating, not going out on the weekends, yeah, going out with friends, but not, you know, really, it's really all about you. Look, this I'm flipping it again, I'm sorry. The card is looking down. It's keeping all of that energy within, okay? Let's see what else we have. Now we have the sun in reverse. Interesting, because we have the sun on with the Lenormand card. In reverse, it's still trying to give us that energy. Now, I love the fact that these cards are here. It means that we have the potential of flipping them, okay? But with it being in the reverse, and I will show it to you flipped because that's just good to have. With the sun being here, that energy, that, again, it's creativity, it's youthfulness, it's exuberance, it's feeling lightness and being. And I feel like that's what you are wanting. You're really concentrating on trying to bring that back into your life. You see this vision for yourself. You remember feeling this feeling of, you know, if this was a love relationship that went south, it's remembering what love really was, the sweetness, the beauty of that very first kiss. All of these things is what you're really trying to rekindle, get your spirit back to that place. It's really great energy right now, personally, where you are in your present, is because you are choosing yourself first, which is your overall theme of the whole year. Now we have the Death card in the upright, lots of change, lots of transformation, Scorpio energy here. And, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that's Virgo energy. So again, really trying to transform, really going within, making that time for yourself, for your art, for your voice, really getting back to what is important to you, Taurus, not to this other person who demanded things from you in the past, or who wanted things, the relationship to be on their terms. But what is it that you want, Taurus? What do you want? Ace of Swords, you want clear communication coming in. Four of Pentacles, you want all of the monies, you want to feel solid in your finances. Eight of Swords, you want to move on in a way that is your own journey and to a better place of it's a better life that you've been dreaming, right? It's even going back to that Sun card of what that is. You're ready to move on from this energy, okay? You want to be clear in how you feel communication wise with everyone. It doesn't have to be with just this one person, but you want to state what your needs are clearly. You want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So again, your coins are finances, but they're also food, clothing, shelter, their health, their well-being. This is all the base needs of just being a person. You're taking care of you right here, holding on to it, not allowing anyone to take any of your coins here. This is a solid foundation. And then the Eight of Swords is moving on. There's some trauma in it, in the mental image, but it's moving on from all of this, right? It's taking yourself. So the Eight of Swords, the tradition is that, you know, we see someone who's bound up and they're not looking. But the idea is that, you know, you have the power to do so. So while you may have felt that you were stagnant, while you may have felt that, you know, you can't get out of this past situation, you're just trying to heal. Really, you are in a place of healing. The blindfold is easy to take off. You're not being bound by these swords. You can move on from this. That's what the eights are telling us, is that they're telling us that it's time to move on with clarity, okay? And there we go. To the 10 of Cups. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the 10 of Coins. So this is the happy family life. This is all the dreams come true in terms of things that are important to you, Taurus, all of your coins. food, clothing, shelter, health, well-being, spirituality, family life, everything that makes for solidity. You know, this is kind of what we're all wanting, this 10 of Pentacles. And when we have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, we've got the balance, we've got the perfection of balance. We have all of the formidable things needed, and then we have all of the emotional health needed. So this is beautiful. This is where you're going. You may not feel this quite yet, but we're moving there, okay? And this is going to be a great month to get you there. So let's move on to future for Taurus. I just started flipping. I feel like I need to, I'm going to give this one more here. So we're now at the 8 of Wands in reverse. And what I'll say about that is, this is taking down your guard, right? This is saying, I'm done fighting, okay? Any of the wands of being in reverse is allowing the wands to fall, right? But the 8 of Wands is telling us to make our boundaries known, to be strong. I feel, and to keep fighting, right? And what I'm feeling from this is that it's time to move on, to put the wands down, you know, to put down, and even put the swords down, all of it, put it down and just walk on to whatever is going to serve you best, whatever is going to get you to this 10 of coins. All right, okay, so for future, this is what I'm really excited for you. Future for Taurus for March reading 2019. Okay, this is what it wants us to know. Queen of Chalices, Queen of Water. So we have an emotional connection to a water sign potentially, so that would be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But the other thing is that this could be an energy that you're taking on. Now finally we're in the place where emotions can be satisfied by yourself, right? You don't need anyone else. You might have this emotional stability and security. The strength of the Queen of Water is that she has all of the riches, all of the wisdom of the water suit, emotional intelligence, nurturing, well-being, love, generosity, and she's strong. She's a queen. She's not going to take any of it, right? So this is the energy that's coming for you in the future, along with, we've got now the 8 of Pentacles, the Mastery. This is actually the beautiful card. I love this card. It's building, and it's building in a way that other people are recognizing you, okay? So this is an internal struggle that's happening. This was a struggle between two people. This is your internal struggle. Now people are will be recognizing what you have been going through. You've been hiding out, Taurus, and it's time to come forward. Judgment card in the reverse. You have already stepped into your destiny, right? This is not running away from it. This is being in truth for yourself, spreading your wisdom with the rest of the world. If it's creativity, if it's, you know, if it is just wisdom and knowledge in your particular field, but it's spreading it out there in the world. And you don't have to own up to it because you've been doing it. I feel like this is, you know, you going within is really getting yourself right with your gifts as well, getting right with your skill set, so that then when people are going to recognize you for being someone who has worked really hard at taking care of you, at taking care of all of this, you know, wrapping up this issue, that you're not going to have to even stand before judgment, right? You don't have to. There's no reason for it. Now, the other thing is that this is a card of movement, moving away, not looking back, okay? So we're not looking back. We've got 7 of Swords. It's another card of movement. Now, the 7 of Swords, it has that sneaky element. So just be careful that you are not allowing for that in your life, but also if you're ready to move, let it be known. You don't have to sneak out, okay? You don't have to let anyone, well, it's not anyone's business what you do, but I just want you to feel secure and confident knowing that it's okay for you to announce that you're done and you're moving on from a situation. If you're physically moving, if you are changing jobs, whatever it is, if you announce it to the world, then more people are going to see that mastery that you've been working towards. So just be aware that if there's somebody around you sneaking around, just, you know, look for it. This Queen of Chalices is here to support you in that. So just keep that in mind. What else do we have? We do have the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So with it being in the reverse, I'll flip it just so you can see it. It's a beautiful card. So we're not quite ready to start a family. So I feel like, again, this is really you getting back up on your feet, not worrying about relationships so much. Two of Swords also in the reverse. That choice, you don't have to even make it. There's no need to even think about twos at this point. Now here's our Eight of Chalices, more walking away. Okay, I'll get one more here. Nine of Swords. So it's going to be difficult for you to make that change, right? We've been talking about change this whole time. It's going to be a mind challenge. You know, you really have to get out of your mind over it. But I really feel like it's the best choice. Empress in the reverse. Now this is interesting because this is your card. Now I'm flipping it, sorry. I'm flipping it because, well, this is in the reverse. The Empress card, this is the Venusian energy. This is part of your energy. With it being in the reverse again, if you are going to sit in your head about making this change, you're not in your power. You really have to sit back, Taurus, and remember all of the gifts, all of the skill set, all of what you have been tempering down, right? You've been sitting back in this relationship. It's gotten underneath your skin. Let that stuff grow. Let that stuff come out. The things that you have put down in your life, it's time to let those things out, okay? So if it was that it was your quirky sense of humor, if it was, you know, that you had this way of helping people and your partner didn't like it, or if you wanted to fold the clothes in a certain way, like whatever it was that this partnership got under your skin and told you you weren't good enough, get good with yourself now, because you don't need to worry about anyone else in partnership. It's about moving away from that feeling of being shut down. It's about getting back into your power. Knave of Swords, and now we have the Fool in the reverse. So the Knave of Swords is, again, little talks. This is someone, some people look at it as like a spy card, someone watching over you. Maybe think about it in terms of, this is again a need for you to be out in public, to let yourself be known, to let other people support you and support your mission. How are we supposed to know what Taurus has been going through when Taurus is hiding out? How are we supposed to know how we're supposed to support you, right? We want to love you. Come out and play. Come out and play with us, Taurus, okay? We want to take this new beginning. We want to take a new beginning with you, but we can't do it if you don't come out, if you're afraid. And let's look at this in the upright, right? If you're afraid to look at what's forward, if you can't look forward, then it's just going to keep you down. That Ten of Wands in the reverse, it's just going to keep you down, okay? Taurus, you are at a breaking point. I know it probably feels like it's too much, like you don't want to. If you've gotten through the video to this point, you know, you may not have even wanted to hear it this much, but what the cards are saying is that get out of the place of victimization. Get out of the poor me's. Stop licking your wounds and make a change. Do that physical work to, you know, physically pull yourself out of bed. Physically move your office out of your house. Get out into the world, and don't worry about relationship, okay? Don't worry about what you're gonna do out there. Just get out first. Just take that first step. That will start getting you back into feeling like who you actually are, which is the beloved Taurus, that happy-go-lucky, the very, you know, misunderstood but very well loved Taurus, right? We want to understand you, Taurus. You have to tell us what's going on. Please share. Please share yourself. Know that you have support. There's a you know, a feminine water sign, or this energy is with you. Whatever this relationship was that just wasn't working, it is gone. Just leave it. Leave that energy, the resentment behind, and really remember your power, your gifts, and your skills, Taurus, because you're beautiful, and we want to see you again. We've missed you. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you in March. I hope this makes sense for you. It's going to be really good if you can step forward, find the balance, find that energy and that activity again. It might have been a winter doldrum, but I think you'll find that the spring is soon coming for you, Taurus. So for now, I'm going to send you all of my love.